All right, guys, I'm back. Had to go get my other car. It overheated. I don't know what the hell's wrong with that, but it is what it is. Me and the wife figured it out, got it home. So I got the steering box bolted from the frame of the truck. I haven't got everything out. I still got to figure out what I want to keep out of that. So I've decided to step away from that for a moment, and I'm going to shift my focus over to this side, the driver's side. I finally got the cab of the truck free, so there's nothing else holding it to tethering it to the frame. I started cutting out the rotten floor so that I can figure out what is going to be required to repair that in terms of sheet metal. Oops, not that close. And then now I am working on getting some of these spot welds drilled out. This is a very time-consuming process. I normally drill till I start seeing rusty dust. Sometimes you'll feel it pop and you know you're through. Whew. I hate when it slips like that. I think my bit's going dull. Let me get my snap-on scooter or cart. Start to pick up a pile of tools again, guys. Everything is back out after I put everything away. I've all right. Whew. Got my snap-on cart so that I can sit down and load off my knee. The other day I was working on this and cut my knee open. And it ain't healing too well, boys. I gotta get a face shield and all that other crap. You guys were getting on me about not having proper PPE, and I agree. I actually like this method. I don't know why. I guess it's fairly effective in terms of holding the bit in place. I think there's one right there. Sometimes I can't tell where the spot welds are at. That's the only bad part about cutting out spot welds. You can't always know figure out where they're at. Let me go ahead and get all these drilled, and then I'll pick it up before I pull it out or I'll separate it with the air hammer. All right, guys, it's gonna get loud. Assuming that we got all of the spot welds. Yo! Okay! Dinner time, boys. Dinner time. All right, I got one over here in the corner again. That one's not coming out. All right. Believe it or not, I found this Carlisle heavy-duty long barrel air hammer at the scrapyard in a vehicle with the, I think this was Matco collet, I'm not sure. So that's all free. I'm gonna go eat dinner, then I'll come back out here. We have to separate the, there's a bracket underneath this step here. We'll have to get that separated, and then the whole thing, kit and caboodle, will come out. We do have to cut these corners here because we're going to be replacing these corners anyway. Let me get you this side over here as well real quick. You can see there, I don't think there's very much. We'll see. Maybe there's enough there that we can salvage it. We'll put the sander on it, clean that up, and see. I don't want to be removing metal if we don't have to. So if that's okay, then we will let it be okay. Otherwise, we're going to have to remove it. So let me go eat dinner, and then we'll pick it back up when I get done with that. All right, let's see here. I did not record all of that because I was having a hell of a time, and I just did not feel like recording it. There's no lost footage. Forgot to press the record button. None of that bullshit. This was difficult, and I was like, yeah, I'm not recording that. And so anyway, I've got the steps cut out. I got all that taken out. That came out without any problems, actually. So at the back side here, I had to cut a bunch of crap out here in the corner because that's just how they did it back in the day. They just dumped a bunch of weld and seam sealer in there. Luckily enough, this is fairly intact, so we won't have to cut as much off in order to put on the new piece, but we will have to replace it about mid-length here. So that's fine, but I'm glad I get to keep all of that. That's a positive. Over here, so this piece here is gone, and I probably won't be able to replace that until I can get the cab all completely up in the air. I know I've seen this part online, so I know the general geometry of it. They're not very expensive if I remember correctly. I'm gonna have to order that, or I'm gonna have to come up with my own design. I'll have to weigh out the cost, but all it is just a brace for the floor, so we could do a variety of different things and still accomplish the same goal. And I think that's something that doesn't have to be done right now. As long as I can get the floor elevated enough so that I can clear that, because it needs to be, it was supposed to be resting on that, and that's just completely gone. We're gonna cut all that out because I'm tired of looking at it, and then we will be able to work on our floor, and we'll probably end up cutting that out and doing something sooner than later on it. But the cab is free. It's completely free now. There's nothing holding it back, like I said in the previous take of this. I need to figure out how I'm going to remove the cab off of the truck, off the chassis. I've seen a couple different techniques, so I need to invest in a couple things in order to accomplish that. But for the most part, it is now free, which is an awesome feeling to know that I got it off the frame. There's still some more cutting that needs to occur on the floor. You can see here that is shot, that's gone. We'll have to figure out how much of this we want to remove and then go from there. I don't know what that bracketry is for. I think I know. I think it's for the fender. I'll have to double check, but I'll have to see what this piece here does. But we're gonna end up doing some flooring. That's gonna be our next job here. We're gonna replace all this flooring. We need to go ahead and finish up the passenger side as well. We've got that all cut up over there. We need to go ahead and finish that. So maybe we'll pause on the driver's side and we will go back. Oops, sorry guys. We will go back over to the passenger side and go ahead and get this all wrapped up, because we've got way more progress made on this side here. Let me go ahead and get this tripod back to its proper height. So with that, what we need to do is go ahead and get this portion here welded in place. We need to get that pressed together and get that tack welded in, and we need to get this piece here done up as well. Get that in place. I think it goes like that, and then we need to get the back of it tacked in through these holes we got here. Get that done. Come over here and do the same thing with this corner. I need to go research how this all fits up here. This is the only thing that I'm a little bit unfamiliar with, so I'll have to see how they did it from the factory. And then I'll know that tonight. As soon as I go back in my office, I'll know that. So that's what we'll end up doing tomorrow. We will go ahead and get this all tack welded in place, because this needs to be done. And I'm tired of looking at that too. So, yeah. Let's see if I can get So yeah, see if I can get that all aligned, and then we'll be cooking with gas. And the flooring think the same issue is over here as well. I'm gonna take that off. Same issue over here as well. I gotta cut that out as well to get that, but that's not quite as bad. And then over here, inside of the cab, I need to do a little bit of adjustment to this kick plate, and then I can get that bolted back in place. But that's pretty much ready to go. So yeah, that lines up really well. Actually, I guess I didn't have it sitting right last time. But yeah, that lines up really well. So I was talking about down here in the corner, when I get all that compressed together, that lines up pretty smoothly there. So I guess I can go ahead and get that welded in. That's good. Okay, so yeah. So I need to go ahead and let me get my light real quick. Hang on. I need to go ahead and get this all done. Can you guys see that? Yeah. Go ahead and get all of this done up here. Finish that all out. I think that's, for the most part, that's all tack welded in place. Yeah, it is. I just had to look at it for a moment. I need to get this corner here done up. And I need to get that circle cut out for the cat mount. Let me see here. Why did I keep throw that down? I got the general idea of the cat mount here. So this is what it was on the other side. So we'll have to figure that out. Get a rough estimate of what that's supposed to look like. Looks like the hole was a little bit bigger than what I would have thought it would have been, but okay, nonetheless, we'll get that mocked up. Where is my marker at? And then I think probably something like this can of WD-40 will suffice. And there it is. All right, guys. All right, I am done. I am tired. I've tried to fit and do all this other kind of stuff, and I'm burnt. So that's gonna be it for me today. I'm gonna have to play around with everything again, make sure the body lines are all lining up. I'm gonna go in there and do some research after I take a long shower, and then we'll figure it out from there. But I did do a little bit more cutting on this here. I separated the metal out. I'm gonna go ahead and clean it up tomorrow. Then I'm gonna go ahead and put the sheet metal in there, fabricate all of that. I've got the inner box started on that. I got it all plug welded, or the spot welds cut in, so I can go ahead and weld that up tomorrow. So that'll be done. And then I'm gonna finish fabricating out that portion down there that's rotted through, and then we'll go ahead and fit the step, and then that will be all done. So that's going to be our work tomorrow. But for tonight, that is it. I will gotta turn that off. Well, I will catch you guys on the next one. All right, peace.